Art and activism, the art of protest. This is Baltimore City Hall. On February the 2nd, 2011, I came to Baltimore City Hall and I blew the whistle on Scott Shellenberger, Greg Bernstein, Gov.O'Malley's mom machine. Y'all locked me up and charged me with terrorism. I'm not a terrorist, I'm an activist. You took my intellectual property. You took property that belonged to me. I was fighting about Tyrone West. I was fighting about Anthony Anderson. I was fighting about Emmett Till. I was fighting for black people before black people started fighting for themselves. And I fight by myself because I ain't scared of going to jail. How you doing today? You feel me? I ain't scared to go to jail. It's called art and activism, the art of protest. If you look behind me, there's a Bible story called the Walls of Jericho. And we're going to treat Baltimore City Hall like the Walls of Jericho. That's Ferguson, Clippinger, and Learman. Corey McRae was here today. Nick Mosby was here today. All right? Zeke Cohn's person was here today. Ryan Dorsey was here today. Brandon Scott was here today. He jumped in that truck and kept it moving when he heard me holler mic check. That's Governor Hogan. I'm going to give you a picture. Like I said, this is a tapestry. I'm the Baltimore Weaver in 2021. So what you do in the dark always comes out in the light of day. So tonight, we're talking about the murder and the death of blacks in America. Do blacks have rights in which white America respects? We're going to find out. We're going to put it on the wall. That's Ferguson and Learman. That's the United States Department of Justice. All right? Timestamp. That's 2019. That's Governor Hogan, Mayor Pugh, and Shorty. All right? Do not destroy this evidence. Everything on this wall is evidence for federal investigation in the Baltimore City and Baltimore County courts. You feel me? That's President Trump. Let us not forget the 13th Amendment of the United States Constitution. All right? I was making a documentary about being black in America. Congressman Cummings' refusal to return my intellectual property and testify in front of the Congressional Judiciary Committee. That's right. I am Dred Scott. It's 2010. It's 2022. It's 12 years later, and I'm still a slave. Like I said, I put it on the wall. I never got a trial for that case since 2007. So I put it in the art and activism. Baltimore City Police knew about that toilet for a long time. Falls Road, NAACP, Falls Road, Department of Justice. That's the FBI in 2007. Y'all charged me with terrorism on 3 different occasions. That's Eric Holder, Department of Justice. That's art and activism. Governor O'Malley's Office of Minority Affairs. Governor Martin O'Malley. Dwayne G. Davis. Baltimore County Detention Center. That's here States Attorney Mosby. Like I said, Nick Mosby and Marilyn Mosby know all about this. That's the Legislative Black Caucus. And they won't stand up for black people. That's President Obama. That's me on Falls Road. That's President Obama. Racism is running unchecked in our judicial system. This is my 4th letter to you. Like I said, I'm the founding member of the Baltimore Block. That's Keith Davis. And that's Pine from the Baltimore Block. And these other Keith Davis supporters. So what I'm doing is I'm putting it on the wall. The homicides in Baltimore, the homicides across America. That's me and David Wright at my store when I started. That's me at my store on Falls Road. That's Smythe from Smythe Jewelers. And like I said, the homicides in Baltimore. The homicides in Baltimore. You feel me? See this? We're doing what we're doing in the dark so you can see it in the light of day. Tyrone West was murdered. I told you all about the corruption in your courts and your jump out boys in 2010. Like I said, this is about the murder and the death of our people. Freddie Gray got killed because of reckless eyeballing. The same way that Emmett Till got killed for whistling at white people, y'all killed Freddie Gray because he looked at a white police officer. No other reason than looking at him. Just like jail is reckless eyeballing. We traded the penitentiary for the plantation, cotton for cocaine, and our black community is your cash crop. You killed Corrine Gaines. You murdered her in front of her child. You murdered her, Shine Suter, Baltimore County Police Department. You eat your own. You feel me? This is all around. So we don't want no misunderstandings. All the way around. Police homicide, 2022. This on the wall at City Hall. Cause like I said, I ain't scared of going to jail. Y'all took something that belonged to me. And it ain't about money. It's about principle. And y'all ain't got no principles. You go to President Biden and get that paperwork. You go to Judge Cox and get my paperwork. You go to Baltimore County courts. You go to Johnny Oleski and get my paperwork. But like I said, the walls of Jericho. We outside City Hall, and that's the courts. If you're in Baltimore, you know where I'm at. I'm supervising tonight to ensure this is done correctly. Because we're getting ready to take over these walls. Justin Fenton and David Simon say they run the city and they own the city. No, in 2010, I turned in the gun task force, and y'all didn't do nothing about it. Y'all let them come in my house and put guns in my head. Like I said, we working out here.
You working, shorty?
I'm working.
Okay, I'm working too.
All right. We working out here. We getting ready to get this shit done. So tomorrow morning when y'all come up here, everything on this wall is evidence for a federal investigation in the Baltimore City and Baltimore County courts. You got cases going to be reversed and remanded because the Scott Shellenberger lied to the grand jury, presented false evidence to the grand jury to get an indictment. Baltimore City Council and the Baltimore County Council know all about it. Y'all can't shield corruption and think y'all going to walk away from it. Like I said, we putting it on the wall. Personal health hazards. We got it in Spanish and we got it in English. Safety gloves. Construction site. OSHA. You feel me? At City Hall. So Mayor Brandon Scott, Peter Francott, Baltimore City Board of Estimates, Baltimore County Board of Estimates, Johnny Oleski, Chief Hyatt, the Maryland Board of Elections. If y'all don't take Scott Shellenberger off the ballot and criminally charge him, man, they call that conspiracy. Ivan Bates has evidence. Ivan Bates is an officer of the court. You an officer of the court, and you didn't speak on the evidence that you got, that makes you a co-conspirator. Theroux, Fox 45, Mackenzie Frost, Jeff Abel, Joy Lolapola. I want a federal investigation. I was kidnapped. Go directly to Governor Hogan and Mayor Pugh and get my evidence. I'm an activist. I'm not a terrorist. Mic check! Can you hear me now? Can you see me? It's all on the wall. ABC2 works for Governor O'Malley and his corruption machine. Mass incarceration. I never got a trial. I'm not Dick Tracy, but that works.